Hi folks, and welcome to the Money Mental UK YouTube channel. I'm your host Andrew, part-time eBay reseller, mental health advocate, and Facebook group leader as well. Today I thought I'd go live because I couldn't really see anyone else was live at the minute, so I figured I'd go live, do a quick Q&A with the people of the chat. I'm a bit hungover, to be honest, so I don't really fancy doing any eBaying because I've always found if I do eBay when I'm hungover, it never tends to go well for me. I end up like listing the wrong stuff and whatever. Right, like I said, we've got a few people in the chat. Damian's with us. Hi, Damian. Chris is with us. Chris B. Hi, Chris. Tommy's here. Hi, Tommy. Thank you. I wasn't sure about the new haircut or not, but the feedback so far has been positive, so that's good to hear. Addy Dole's in. Hi, Addy Dole. Happy haircut. Thank you. Hi, Peter. Yeah, drinking tea with Andrew. Hi, Becca. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Joan. Thank you, Damian. Hi, Danny. Hey, Glock. Tim, how are you? Hey, Martina. Oh, we've even got the Extreme Booters in. Jim. I keep meaning to message you, Jim, actually, to set up a live interview with you. I must do that at some point in February. Question: is there any websites that openly list car boots? There is actually a website for. Hi, Andy. Hi, Liam. Hi, Kazi Cal. There is actually a website for it. Let me see if I can remember the address. Bear with me 2 seconds, Ron. Let me just have a look. It's not. I don't know if it still gets updated, to be honest. Carbootjunction.com is the website. As I say, I don't know how updated or how up to date it's kept, but yeah, Car Boot Junction is the only one I'm aware of that lists car boots. Other than checking Facebook, I know where I live, there's a Facebook group, North Wales Car Boots, I think it's called, where people put details of car boots and junctions. Jumble sales. So it's always worth looking to see if you've got any local Facebook groups as well in your area that are dedicated to car boots. Sounds good. Excellent. Great. I'll shoot you a message at some point. Don't be alarmed if it takes me a while to do that. I've got a lot going on. But definitely want to get you live, Jim. John, I went to the barber today. I asked what type of cut would suit me best. He said a power cut. I'm looking for a new barber. Dear me. Hi, Aid. Hi, Wendy. Tommy would be all up on that. Have I missed something? I'd almost date you now, Andy, with that hair. I say, no, almost. Commit. Mind you, that. I'm retired anyway. I'm not doing no more dating or any of that. It's just a nightmare. Can't be bothered with it. Is there a label printer compatible with an iPad has not got a PC? I'm not. I know that the popular printers, the popular label printers, which is the Zebra GK420D, I think, and the Dino 4XL, I know that they're not compatible. People struggle to get them even to work with a standard iMac, so I don't think you can have much chance on an iPad. But I don't know if there's something else that is, to be honest. I know Brother do label printers, but I don't know what their compatibility is like. Stall Finder can sometimes advertise car boots. There you go. Looks like Damian's been out today. He's got a lot of footage of boot fair, charity shops, and antiques, collectible shops. But did you buy anything though, Damian? Did you manage to source any stock? When did they start making tea outside? I haven't actually got tea either. It's an old thumbnail. I was going to do a new one. This is blurry, isn't it? I think that's better. I was going to do a new one for reseller Q&A, and then I thought I'll just use the drinking tea one. I might do drinking with Andrew tonight if I can't persuade anyone to come out with me in Wrexham tonight, which I'm failing at the minute because the person I was going to go out with isn't very well. So she's like 50-50 as to whether she wants to go out, but then she's like, but will I feel terrible tomorrow? So I suspect she won't be coming out. It's 2020 and needs to embrace the reality. Hi Stu, how are you? That I might actually that shoulder tapping inflict a wild scene from Brokeback Mountain. I've never seen that film, you know. I have to say. I think I should hello to Martina. Hello all in the chat. Right, I'll prop a link in the chat. This basically Q&A session. So if you've got any questions, drop a link. God, I can speak well. If you've got any questions, ask them in the chat. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty boring live stream because I'm not intending to do any listing or anything like that. I'll drop the link in the chat as well if anyone wants to pop on the live, and we'll have a chat in person. I could do live question answering. Could come live and ask questions, and then get answers. So like in real time, live real time question and answer thing. Anyway, yeah. Hi Paula Ann, how are you? Or as Peter likes to call you, Louisa. Yeah. How is everyone anyway? I might do a mental health live next week. I'm not sure yet. Depends what else is going on for me. But I am off on Wednesday, so I probably could do one on the Tuesday night. Hi Joan, how are you? Something is definitely different here. Have you changed your wallpaper? Did Crazy Daisy die, or did we find out she's not been very well? Tommy, I've not heard of her for a while actually. I probably should send her a text to see how she's doing, but yeah, she's not been very well. I know she's been in and out of hospital. Can't make the Manchester meetup before. Bring the puppy along. I love puppies, but I'm sorry to hear you can't make it. But new puppy sounds really exciting. Tell us about your new puppy, Martina. VV's joined us. Vintage Vandal. Don't drink Corona. I don't know. I don't drink beer, but I'm pretty sure I had a Corona yesterday just because I could. Hi Nia, thank you. I'm still not convinced about this new haircut. I don't like change though, so you know I'm never going to be convinced by it. Hi Nathan, how are you? Hi KFC reselling. Before you start, I invented drinking tea with Andrew and did it live with Georgina weeks ago. So don't be accusing me of nicking your titles. Did the cult finance your haircut? Probably, actually. To be fair, I cut my normal hairdressers is away on holiday, and it seems like they've been away on holiday forever. So I had to go to a new hairdresser. I went there yesterday, and they couldn't understand me. It was, you know, there was a language barrier, so I couldn't actually converse to say what I wanted. So that didn't work out. And I went back today and I had someone different in there, and he had a better grasp of the English language. So we was able to get something sorted. But yeah, he took like, I don't know whether it's because I was like his only customer, but it took him absolutely. My hairdresser knows that I don't like being talked to. I don't like being touched. I just want to be in there and out of it as quickly as possible because it's traumatic for me. So like when normally I'm in there for like 5-10 minutes tops normally, this dude took half an hour. It was like being physically tortured. You know, he even had like the razor blade out trying to cut stuff back and whatever. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I assume it was just because I was his only customer, because you know there's no way he can make money if he's only doing 2 haircuts an hour or whatever. You know, my hairdressers normally like bang him out the door as quick as they can. She is a, I can't say that word, Cavachon 3-month girl. She is like a Tasmanian devil at the moment. She looks like an Arctic fox. So that sounds very good. You'll have to send me some pictures, Martina, on the Instagram. Great haircut. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, very, very kind for me. Well, I'm. Oh, hang on. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm alive.
With your swanky new haircut that was cut by the sheep.
I'm not. I'm not a fan of this new haircut. I'm already thinking to myself, I need to go to my normal hairdressers and get them to do whatever they do to it. I don't know. I just don't like it, but the feedback has been positive. How are you doing anyway? How are your pancakes?
Pancakes are amazing. They're absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I have them every lunchtime. That's my lunch. I had no cereal left, so I had to have my lunch for breakfast. So that's how exciting my life is. I know. I've got to go in like half an hour, or like not even that, probably like 20 minutes. So, but I thought I'd say.
I'm thinking you look dressed up. Are you going out?
Yeah, going out for food. But I also have just filmed a YouTube video, so kind of killed two birds with one stone. I thought, while I'm actually like can be asked to do my face and my hair, let's just do a YouTube video.
I genuinely thought that you'd gone to this effort to come and see me live. So I'm,
Definitely not.
Definitely not. I'm disappointed now.
Sorry, Kelsey, there was an accident on my road. They took a few power lines out to now power back for 5 hours. Oh my God. That's fine, Tommy. Not to worry.
They took a few. Right. I see. I wasn't sure if because I was quite drunk. I wasn't sure if I'd like said something to upset Tommy or whatever, and he left because of that. But obviously, power cut, that makes more sense because I was like thinking back. I think, did I say something here? Then I just got more drunk anyway. Hi, Craig. Welcome. I'm waiting to see the size of Andrew's cup of tea. Obviously, needs to be bigger than yours, so I expect he's drinking out of a chamber pot. That I haven't actually got any tea.
That's not even tea. What's going on?
Well, I just used an old thumbnail because I thought, stuff it. Couldn't be bothered creating a new one.
There's no tea. I'm disappointed.
Have you met Damian before? Damian is my good friend.
I haven't been on a stream with him or anything, or actually spoken to him directly, but I did watch his stream the other week.
There you go. Hi, Bex. Welcome. Hi, Dave. Look at this hair. Yours is okay too, Andrew. He looks American. Oh, well, dear me. We can't be having that, Lobster. Good haircut. My haircut is fab. I look good. Thank you, Joe. Eric Liddy's popped in. Hi, Eric. And Sail Away's popped in. Hey, Sail Away. Andrew, did you finish off the other 7 cans last? How drunk was I on your stream last night?
You were rather merry. You sound very, very Welsh when you have a drink. I didn't realise how much, but you do start to like slur your words and start to sound like Ness from Gavin and Stacey. You really kind of go.
I think it's because I was out with the fellow people of Wrexham as well. Because your dialect reflects the people around you, doesn't it? So normally, the only person I've seen during the course of a day before I go live is the post office staff. So I don't normally have the same. I don't know what I'm saying.
Just words. Just because you go to the post office in England, don't you? So they're not so Welsh. So
I don't at all. I go to like the one down the road, so it makes no sense. So I just like stop there. Stop talking about the post office. No good.
You'll be barring next time after speaking to your sheep.
I'll be bloody banning Craig in a minute if he keeps mentioning Andrew was toasty last night. He had his hair looking a little Third Reich for a moment.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah, you kept like going, I need a haircut. You kept moving it to the side.
That should not be allowed on the internet when I'm drunk.
Hopefully. You were texting me saying, "Oh, I'm home now." What were you saying? I'm home now. Share the link. Better than listening to Zahir pleasure himself. Excellent.
One thing I have learnt to do is never ever read back your messages the day after, and especially never ever ever go live on the internet. And definitely don't watch it back if you do.
Funny. It was funny.
If only Z was here, we can have all of the 3 best hire candidates in the UK. True. There is no lady reseller with hair as good as yours, though. That is true.
Well, you know, it costs enough, so I hope so.
Craig, we're not talking I think, Craig, because they are a subscriber.
We'll end up having a drink again.
Well, right, so I'm a member of a singles group in Wrexham, but they're all out in Mold, which is legitimately a town that's actually spelled MOLD.
Yeah.
Just down the road from me tonight. So I don't fancy going there because it's like 12 miles away and taxi back would be expensive and whatever. So I have asked if any of them would prefer to go out in Wrexham with me tonight. Do you know how many replies I've had?
All of them.
Not one person has even liked, let alone commented on my post. I have had lots of comments when I post in my own group. I get lots of comments, usually abusive. Post in a singles group, nothing. I even put a selfie of myself up there and said, you know, looking good, available now. Nothing. I put a selfie of myself in my Facebook group, and you know the crowd goes wild. So I'm obviously doing something wrong in the singles group.
Must be.
Although a lot of them aren't single anyway, so that confuses the hell out of me.
So Peter just said, looks like Andrew is bored and getting drunk on the internet tonight.
Yes, that's probably what's going to happen tonight, Peter, to be honest. I have bought some emergency tourist supplies.
You had plenty left from last night, unless you drank it all.
I've got 2 cans left, so I must have had because I'm sure I had 8 cans, so I must have had 6 last night. Was it that naked sulphate? You know, it was not. It is indeed a hard life back. We need to get Beck's live as well. I've not seen Beck's live for a while.
Ages, yeah.
Louise does have the best hair out of everyone. I still have amazing thoughts of her getting ready in a hotel room not long ago. So how is everyone's sales?
Sales are great. Sales are really good. Got 11 to post on Monday already.
11 or I'm having I think, have I even sold one thing today? I'm not sure. I haven't looked. I have paid no attention to not enough attention to eBay this month, really.
I sold something last night at 11:59. I was like, you still count as January. Get into my sales.
And I believe January was your best month you've ever had.
It was. Really, really happy with January. Best month ever, ever, ever.
So, all right, because January is a tough month. So February could be even better.
Could be. I have a nice swanky new room to do it all in.
And March might be even better. You know, the only way is up. It's all about the PMA, the positive mental attitude.
That's it.
Right, how many sales have I had? Let's have a look on orders. Well, none awaiting dispatch. So probably none. Why is it? Oh, I have had one order. 2 orders. I've had 2 orders. Oh, I'm the greatest eBay seller ever. I've sold a video and I've sold an action figure.
Wow. What, like a video, like a VHS?
Yeah. The Disney, the Jungle Books, Jungle Cubs, Born to be Wild. Sold on a 15% off promotion for £5.09.
Oh, wow.
So by the time I paid me £3 postage, my eBay fees and whatever, I've got about 50p from that.
Yep, great.
And an action figure for £7.64 that come as part of a bundle. That I've had that action figure listed for nearly a year. I got it in a Christmas fair last year. There you go. How exciting was that?
Super exciting.
January was my best month ever. February is at £0, 0 pence. That's my normal sales figure on a daily basis. Jeff, 8 and 11.59 sales as the dispatch has gone over. Yeah, true, Jeff, too. So where are you going out for your meal tonight then without me?
Just a pub down the road. Sorry, I'm putting my sales into my spreadsheet. A pub down the road.
Excellent. Which one? I'll be over there in an hour.
Just one down the road.
See, she won't tell me because she knows I'll turn up.
Well, by the time you turn up, I'll be gone.
Well, you may think that this is my bedroom, but actually, here I am in your house tonight. Do you not recognise your curtains?
Definitely not my curtains.
They're not mine either.
As you can see, we don't have curtains. Well, we do have curtains in other rooms, but they're not brown.
These came with the house.
Mm.
Oh, T. Kingston, and we've got Jenny and Jennifer, reselling addicts as well. Hi. I won the lottery. I tell you, I won the lottery in America the other night.
Did you?
I did. I won one of those lotto scratch card things.
And how much did you win?
In America? $6.
That'll make up for the loss that you've made on your VHS tape.
I've had a text that says Andrew Nolan. It's like, great, that is my name. I probably should be watching me actually. Wait until it's the 28th of February. Oh, hang on. You ever been to the catalogue shop in Oyster? Do you mean Hitchens? No.
There we go. Yeah, I've had 4 sales today. Will be really decent ones as well.
What have you sold?
I have sold 3 dresses and a hat. Super exciting. How exciting is this chat? I'm putting stuff in a spreadsheet and you're texting. Amazing.
So, sorry, folks. Right.
You have to go in a minute there.
Yes, I won it on Jennifer's show. Do you prefer Jennifer, Jen, or Jenny? Because I have no idea. Whichever one it is, I'm going to get it wrong anyway. Stu says he nearly won the Euro Millions last night, only missed it by 6 numbers. Oh, and Chris took me advice and bought a lottery ticket today.
I keep buying a lottery ticket and never win.
I don't buy lottery tickets. Jen, I'm not Jennifer. Jenny or Jen is fine, right? Okay. So Jenny says she loves your eBay room.
Oh, thank you very much.
Have you subscribed to KFC Reselling, by the way, Jenny? Just type in KFC Reselling into Google. I have tagged her in a few videos that she doesn't know about, so it does come up.
Oh,
God. Hi, Harry. How are you? Welcome. Right. Come on then, people. Give us some questions. Otherwise... Otherwise, Louise is going to have to ask me questions.
Louise is going in 2 minutes, so yeah.
Well, you better think of some questions quickly then.
Hi, Harry. Hi, No Money G.
Have you thought?
I was going to say that Jen's asked a question, saying that asking if I sell full time, and yeah, I do. This is my full time life. Exciting, kind of. What were you going to say, Andrew?
I can't remember now. Right, people, think of questions. How's the plan for storage unit? I'm getting away from the cowshed going, I'm glad you've asked that, Eric. Actually, that's I have now secured, well, I say secured, I have now located a new place to move the business to. So it's got 40-foot shipping containers.
Awesome.
I've made contact with Archie, who runs the facility, and he's assured me that I'll have a place for me to move to in March. That is, I'm trying to work out now. It's nearly £200 a month cheaper as well. So I will actually, come March, have money, which will then be spent in Wetherspoons.
Yeah, Chris, that's so nasty.
He doesn't speak English, Chris, so I don't know what, I told you that
It's
this
Turkish
new
one that
haircut
you went
stuff.
to.
I don't like this new haircut. I'm going to be traditional hairdressers when they come back from holiday and tell them to sort it out. They need to make it look worse. Are you selling? Do you want to know if you're selling those Funko Pops?
Oh no, they're just mine. They're just ones that people have given me over the years, or I've bought myself. So yeah, they're just there for display. Oh, thank you very much.
No money. There you go. You see.
Thank you.
No, I don't like this new haircut, Chris. I'm not a fan of it.
It looks fine, Andrew. It suits you. Now this is where you need to put a new selfie into your singles group. Maybe your previous haircut just wasn't doing it. Maybe this one. See if you makes a difference.
I'll just put a naked one in again and get chucked out. Question, Andrew. If you suddenly had a good sum of money to invest in your business, what would you do to make your business easier and more profitable? Let's say 2 to 3 grand, for example. That is an interesting question, Nathan. Louise will answer that first.
Oh my God, I have no idea. What would you do to make your business easier and more profitable? I would. Oh God, what would I do? I think I'd hire somebody. I think that's actually what I'd do. I think if I had the money, I think I would actually probably hire somebody rather than getting a bigger space or spending it on stock. I'm still me. I'm still in my own business. I can still only work as hard as I can. So I think I'd outsource something like photography or something like that, maybe, to do that for me, so I can do more work. That's what I'd do. What about you then, Andrew?
I would hire somebody to do my listing for me.
Would you really?
Yes. that it's a great idea that has just occurred to me right then.
Wow, that's so amazing.
I don't know what triggered it off, like me having that thought, but that is how much of a genius I am. Definitely. I would hire somebody to list my backlog for me, because the amount of stuff that's in there that needs photographing and listing, it would be well worth investing in somebody to do that for me. It would pay dividends.
It's a great idea, Harden.
Thank you. I'm glad I thought of that. So yeah, I wouldn't invest in more stock because I have too much stock. So that's the issue for me there. So I could only invest in something physical. I was talking to somebody on Instagram the other day. I say talking, I commented on one of their pictures. A lady who does her own modeling, like she wears what she's selling. My God, those photos look good. So maybe I could get a model too.
Maybe to model your clothing.
I did say that I don't think if I modelled the clothing myself, I would get very many customers, but she disagreed. Hey, Black County Trader, how are you?
Hi. In the chat.
Hi, John. You've got some locals here. Or Black Country, even. Did I say county? Question, Louise. How do you handle having the best community?
It just, takes a lot of time and effort, and I have to thank my hair every day for getting me through it. So it's pretty tough, but it's worth it.
I'm hoping the answer to this question is, Yes.
Maybe.
That's a yes in Louise's terms. She says maybe when she means yes, Craig.
Maybe it's a no. I've got no feelings.
Dave says you could hire me.
No.
What do you mean no? You see that? You see
how clean and tidy my room is. If I hired you, it would end up like your room.
Were you not impressed with my video footage you sent me yesterday?
No.
Okay. It's like I sent that to quite a few girls as well, and they're like, "This is the first time you've ever sent something that's appropriate. What's going on?"
I was scared to click on the video, to be fair.
You see there the difference though. That was a straight no. That was there, Craig. So you can see what I mean. Would you say yes to appearing in a hair products commercial?
No. I think yeah, my hair might be able to, but my face wouldn't be able to.
I know. What's wrong with your face?
Plenty's wrong with my face.
There's nothing wrong with your face. Behave. Has sourcing again refreshed your passion for reselling and made you want to list more? It has not, because I haven't lost my passion for reselling as such. So, not really. The only barrier that's stopping me listing at the minute is a physical one. I can't get into the listing room at the moment. I'm working through taking some stuff to the cow sheds, but I'm held up. It's a vicious circle, right? I can't list stuff because I can't get into the room to list it. So I need to move the stuff that's out of the way, but I need to buy some boxes to put the stuff in. But because I'm not listing, I'm not selling as much, so I can't afford to buy the boxes. So I need a box donation fund, I think. Plus, I had a 40 quid return I had to pay out on today, so that's taking me box money. Chris says he pays £1 per listing, but she still can't be asked doing any. Hey, Jody, welcome.
Hi, Jody.
Andrew will work for tourist side. I can't get you. That is true. I do not model the bras. That the world is not ready for them. Andrew, get your haircut. Oh, you have. I have indeed. Yeah, I agree with Eric.
My face. Thank you very much. Oh, guys, thank you.
I never get comments like that. Hi, Ronnie. Welcome, my friend.
Nice.
When I get comments, somebody accused me of going bald the other day. I was like, oh no, of being bold, not even going bald, being bold. I was like, what? I'm pretty sure that I'm not bold. I wouldn't need to go to the barbers. Another question: where do you see your reselling business in 5 years' time? Would you consider ever having a high street shop?
And no, I wouldn't have a high street shop, not for the stuff that I'm doing, because obviously the stuff that I sell, being clothing, and obviously only one-offs. You know, if you come into somewhere, you come into my store and you say, "Oh, I love that dress." Oh, it's not my size. You know what I mean? It's not. It doesn't have the footfall. Like obviously, like eBay has. You know, eBay's massive, and I don't make a hell of a lot from that. I know it's 5 years' time, but no, I wouldn't have a retail shop. There's too much costings to it. And things like
So, what would you be doing in 5 years' time?
This probably. I don't know. Like, as in, like, where would I be with this?
I mean, obviously, you'd be married to me. We'd have 3 charming children, maybe 5.
In 5 years' time, are you mad?
Well, obviously, we'd be having a lot of rampant sex, you know. Okay. It's not my fault you can't control yourself. There you go, folks. How to embarrass your guest in 10 seconds flat.
Yeah, I'm going.
So pretty much you want to carry on.
Yeah, do what I'm doing, and I don't know how I'm going to scale it up specifically, but we'll figure that out when I get there.
Listing slave. Teach Chris to do listings. Job done.
He can know how to list. He can list.
There you go. You see, you could be like a reseller dream team. It could be you, Chris and Louise could be the new Nick and Andrea.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Okay, I tried, folks. But we're still going to have to stick with Nick and Andrea. For me, 5 years' time, Nathan, I would like to be full-time. I would like to have a couple of listing slaves working for me, which would be the official job title for them as well. I wouldn't change that. Yeah, I'd like to, you know, might expand the platforms that I sell on. I don't know what the platforms of choice will be in 5 years' time, but whatever they are, that I'll be selling on, you know, it might be eBay still, it might not be. Where eBay's going at the minute, it may not be. So an expanded business with some listing slaves who handle the packing and the distribution and the listing and the photography, and I just do the sourcing because that's what I enjoy. Thank you, Ron. Indeed, gorgeous. A question for Louise: how are you liking the new place now that you're all settled in?
Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's really great. I'm loving it. Just the fact that I can get up in the morning and I'm right here. You know, I don't have to go out into any cold garage or travel anywhere or anything. So it's just great. So much space as well. So it's all good. Happy and settled.
Oh, thank you, Jodie. Jodie is saying the haircut looks good. It's a weird phenomenon. Hot girl. Oh, I know plenty of hot girls that think they're pretty. I just don't speak to them because they're just too entitled. And they won't speak to me either, more to the
point. You scared them off.
With the 5 people to, I never answered the high street shop question. I think I have identified, if I was to do a high street shop, I have identified a location where I could have one, and I would have a computer gaming shop, but it would be a front for me to buy stock, basically. I wouldn't expect to sell a lot through the shop itself. It would just be a way for me for people to bring stock to me giving the cash, and then most of it would end up listed on eBay, I suspect.
Right, I do have to go now.
Okay, thank you for joining me. I hope you have a lovely meal tonight.
Hope you have a lovely can tonight.
Oh, I might. Well, you never know. The people of the singles group might suddenly they haven't replied to me.
They might do. You never know. There's time yet still.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for.
Thank you very much, everybody, for asking questions and all your lovely comments as well. Thank you. I'm saying bye now.
Bye, Chris.
Hello.
Make sure she gives me an invite to the wedding as well. She's been told already.
He's got his hair cut for the wedding.
I can see.
Yeah.
Looks beautiful.
There you go.
Yeah,
he said he looks beautiful.
I won't cut this by then.
Oh, God. Okay, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Right, okay. Thank you, Louise, for joining us. Eric's back to listing quest. Says you look so much younger years, Lowered. Thank you very much. Jason, is it Jason? I'm gonna have to check now. Hi, Shannon, as well. Justin, come on, hang on, I can find this out. Hang on. Jacob, that's it, Jacob. Thank you, Jacob. How far did you have to drive to go to George Ross's salon? Gaming den out the back. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. I believe that a lot of people do, you know, all that esports and whatever that I know nothing about. Craig says exactly what he'd do as well. But yeah, the truth behind the there's no sex dungeon going on, Liam. Yeah, it's Liam. It is Liam, isn't it? It's not Leon. It's Liam. Hey D, how are you? Yeah, there you go. It only took me like 5 minutes. Right, I'll drop the link in the chat if anyone else wants to pop on and keep us company. Thank you, Stephen. Looking good. Or Steve or Steve. Thank you very much. I'm getting everyone's name wrong today, even when it's written in front of me. Yeah, so Louise is off for a meal. I'll put the link in the chat. Otherwise, you're going to have to listen to me ramble on for a bit, and I'm probably just going to reply to messages. So that makes great YouTube viewing, doesn't it? Live with Andrew. Watch me reply to a Facebook message. Dee's just about to head to the post office. No worries, Dee. I hope you've got lots of orders to take down there. Right, let me just get that up. There we go. Oh, hey, Alexis. I got your link dropped in my chat. Oh, okay. No worries. I don't know who's dropped that, Alexis, but excellent. I did try and I did join yours briefly, but it was like a screen up, so I couldn't see what was going on. So I didn't know if I finished or not. Right. I have no subject. Okay, let's pontificate then. Let's think about something to talk about. This could be a struggle. Oh, actually, we could turn that question around to the chat. People in the chat, where do you see your business in 5 years' time? And would you ever move into high street or bricks and mortar retail? Let us know your thoughts on that. It's got to be better than talking about my new haircut and me hatred for the barber who isn't my normal barber. This riveting shit. Oh, it's absolutely riveting. Yeah, I mean, Christ. I know many G's saying hello to people. God, we definitely need to get some more people live or have a subject. Otherwise, is it too early to open up a can? I think it's too early to open up a can. 5:15. I've got to stop rubbing my hair. We could do bathing with Andrew. I could go in the bath. Live bathing, that would probably get me instantly banned from YouTube. Definitely get me banned from YouTube. Yeah, don't do live bathing. Hey Greg, how are you doing today? Chris, done high street game shop in the past. Enjoyed it, but the flexibility is gone and will suck your funds fast. Yeah, I doubt very much I would ever do it, to be honest. If I was going to do one, that would be a shop. That's what I would do. But no, I've no real strong desire to have a shop or anything like that. I'd be quite happy if I could make enough money just being a one-man band, to be honest. The only thing that sort of concerns me about that is, something happens health-wise, because, if you're too ill to list or whatever, you ain't going to make any money or do the shipping. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just it's different to how it normally is. So I'm not usually. I had to go to a different barber, and I don't like change. So I looked at it and I was like, I just want my old one. But people seem to like it anyway, so I'll probably stick with it. How about a market store? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if markets still get like the footfall anymore, to be honest. So I've no idea. Chris did a pop-up gaming shop for 3 months in 2017. Very hard work. Didn't you do a video on that as well, Chris? I'm sure I saw some video. It might not have been yourself. Maybe it was someone else, but I thought there was. If rent is anything like around there, 30 to 40k for the shoebox. Could have a look. Actually, let's have a look on Rightmove. Let's see how much a shop is in Wrexham. Let's get there. screen share on. Looks good. Thank you, Dee. There we go. More riveting entertainment. Let's go. Commercial property to rent. Wrexham. Let's see how much his shop is. Property type. Retail. Include that agreed. Find properties. Whoa, not cheap then. Lowest price. That's a hairdresser's. 500 a month for hairdressers. That looks like a tiny little shoebox thing. Another hairdresser's. Ground floor lock-up shop. 200 square foot. Gosh, that's tiny. Oh, it was a big one here. Former bookies. 583 quid a month for 796 square feet. So look at that. A fair size. Need a bit of work to it, but yeah, probably you could make something out of that. On 650 a month, and then you're looking at big jump here. 896 quid a month for a brand new shop. You'd have to turn over a lot. Well, mind you, it looks like a cave though. So yeah. Yes, there was a video of the shop. 2018. Yeah, okay. I did see that. I'll pop a link in the chat if anyone wants to come on. Another question, Andrew. What is your top 5 items you would love to find this year? Another Castlevania. Yeah, I definitely like. I definitely would love to find another Castlevania signature edition for £1. Top 5 items to find. I would love to find. This is all going to be pretty standard stuff. I'd love to find a flat Eric. I'm just thinking of things that can't be faked, because there's some clothing brands you can pick up that would be, you know, worth thousands and whatever. But knowing my luck, whatever I picked up would be fake. So I go for stuff that, you know, is pretty obviously original. So I'd love to get a flat Eric, just because I did find one actually in my cow shed, so I've already got one. So actually, maybe not a flat Eric. I've forgotten about that. Christ, yeah, another Castlevania would be great. Another one of those Discworld Morpeth games as well that I sold at Christmas for 130 quid, because that was a pretty cool sale, and I had some fun playing with that before I sold it. I don't know, really difficult to name 5 things. Basically, there's PlayStation 1 games that go for decent money, so if I could just pick up PS1 games, I'd be happy. So my top 5 things would all be basically video games, because I know what I'm doing then. Easy to test them, get them sold. Yeah, Wrexham prices are good. I think it's there's a lot of business and local tax rates. Business rates are probably quite high, but I think there's a lot of empty shops in Wrexham. Yeah, definitely about location. Oh, sorry to hear this, Rebecca. I hope you're okay. Ankles are painful things. Very painful. Oh, come on, you're still going a bit. Slaventy, no worries, Chris. Question: what are your thoughts on buying a garage lockup for storage? The interest on the mortgage payment should be tax deductible. I would never be able to get a mortgage anyway at the minute, but depends on how much it's going to cost, really. It's probably not an asset that's going to depreciate as such, so you know, you're not going to lose money on it, certainly. It depends. It's a long-term commitment, though. That's the thing. With the with renting the place, you get the flexibility of, if it doesn't work out, you can move on. With this, you'd have to sell it and persuade someone else to buy it, so you'd lose that flexibility. You know, if you needed to expand, then you've still got that garage. You really got to sell it or buy another one and spend more money that way. So I think it's the lack of flexibility would probably get me, but you know, countered with the fact that you've got an asset there which, you know, is hopefully going to retain some value. Oh, we've got someone popping in. Hey Ronnie, welcome. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Andrew? How's it going, man?
I'm all right. I'm just very bored and hungover, so I'm basically live with no subject, which it turns out is not the best way to go live. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. That's a nice fresh cut you got there, man.
Thank you. I'm not convinced by it, but I'll stick with it.
No, man, it works for you, man. I was like, I thought you were going out on a date or something, man. I was like, that's what's up.
No, I'm retired now. I'm retired from dating, Ronnie.
What?
Yeah,
What got you on lockdown?
I've decided that this chasing women, it does me no good whatsoever. It just gets me in trouble. So I'm going to be like, you know, I need no trouble for a while.
Oh, it's too early to retire, man.
Let the ladies chase me, Ronnie, for a change, I think.
I thought they were always chasing you, man.
Yeah, hopefully somebody might even catch me this time. I mean, they can catch something from me, but you know, no, joking. How you doing anyway? What's new with you, Ronnie? You looking forward to your trip to Manchester, London?
Oh, yeah. I'm getting ready for it, man. I'm telling everybody at work, I'm like, man, I'm going to the UK, man.
That's going to be good.
I can't wait. So I got my Airbnb.
Excellent.
You know, I'm trying to figure out how to take a train over there from London. So I'm watching other YouTube videos about the tube. So
yeah, you won't have like you don't have, I guess, contactless. Because last time I was American, didn't have chip and pin, so I guess you won't have contactless credit or debit cards either that you can use. You'll have to buy a ticket. Or you can buy an Oyster card. It depends how much you're doing on the tube as to whether it's worthwhile, but bear with me a second and I will show you what I use for the tube. If I can find it. I hope I can find it. Because
right, I'm going to be flying out there April 16th and I'll be landing on April 17th.
Afternoon.
Damian,
hey, Ronnie, how are you?
Good.
I'm just about to introduce Ronnie to an Oyster card. This is what you can buy for getting around on the tube, Ronnie. You can buy these at the train station. It's an Oyster card. You put, say, £10 or £15 on it when you buy it, and then you can just touch it and it'll take a deduction for the cost of your travel. So that's what a lot of people use on the tube nowadays. How are you doing, Damian?
Well, I'm not bad. We had a busy day out this morning. Went to Faversham, which is about 15 miles away. It was an indoor boot fair, which only had about 6 or 7 stalls. Only got one item. And then met up with my parents because they also went to it. We just went around the charity shops and some sort of antique collectible stuff. So spent about £20. Got some nice bits. So yeah, not a bad day. The boot fair's like a 2-day event, but I'm not going to go tomorrow because it just wouldn't be worth it on its own. There's really nothing there at all. But yeah, it wasn't a wasted day.
Awesome, man. I'm digging the shirt, man.
So the Goonies, came out of one of those Loot Crate fair boxes things that they do.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, it's quite old now. It's getting a bit of a hole in it and whatnot, but
one of my favourite films of all time. But weren't they supposed to be doing a remake of the Goonies? I heard.
You can't remake the Goonies.
Yeah, that's true.
There are some films that are just sort of better left alone, and that's one of them.
And yeah, there was rumours, I remember, of
Luke's destroying the house.
No, you leave
Hi,
that
Luke.
on my desk.
Not batteries. I've got
Um,
batteries all over the place.
Damian, do you want to introduce yourself to the Money Mental UK and Ronnie? Do you want to introduce yourselves to the Money Mental UK community as well? I'm just conscious that maybe
Yeah,
people...
sure. Yeah, my name's Damian. I'm a full-time eBay reseller. My channel's DP Resells, where I put out some videos. Didn't put a video out last week, but I've got some footage. Hopefully it turned out all right. I haven't had a chance to have a look through it, but new video out next week of what I've been doing this morning. Hopefully, so we'll see. But yeah, full-time reseller. I've only been full-time for just over a month. Part-time before that, quit the job, and now living the dream. Apparently.
Awesome. And my name's Ronnie. I have a YouTube channel, Ronnie at the Secondhand Store. I'm from California. It's a beautiful morning here. I'm a part-time reseller. I have a full-time job, and I've been at eBay for about a little over a year reselling, and I'm here drinking tea with Andrew.
You go. I'll just catch up on the chat. Hello, here's a beautiful lady all the way over from North America. Welcome. I keep saying North America now rather than the US because I get Canadians upset with me. A woman that won't run away or attempt to kill you. Yeah, I've had some interesting dates. Not a quadrupedic though, because no, I can barely care for myself.
Yeah.
Let alone anyone else. I'd like to find a Dark Tower board game. Fair enough. PvP's popped in, congratulating me on surviving the night. Thank you. Yeah, I can't believe I was live on Louise's channel last night whilst drunk.
Awesome.
Let them come to you. True. I've forgotten his name again. Jason. I give up. Shannon will tell me. When do you fly out? That you answered that, haven't you? Ronnie, bring back stories of cheap cell phone service.
Okay. Let me write that one down.
I'm sure there is apps for the tube. Is there an app for the underground? Because I don't think there is.
I don't know. I've not been on the tube in years. I think the Oyster card's where it's at.
Yeah, I don't know if we have an app for it or not. It's
I imagine it'd be one, right? I mean, really? No app, huh?
I don't think we've got an app for it. We're not.
Is there an Oyster app? I think that probably. Let's have a look. No. Luke seems to think there is.
Jacob, thank you, Shannon. Chris is asking, what have you got lined up for your visit to the UK, Ronnie?
Right now, I think I'm just going to stay in Manchester, and I'm just going to explore the city. But besides that, it'll probably be around that area. I only have a week there, really, before I have to get back. So
yeah, there's an Oyster for that.
Oh, there you
okay.
go. That is the app.
It's only got 2 stars though.
Joey's popped in. Hi, Joey. Can't tourists buy a rail pass before they leave their country at a reduced rate? I have not a clue, to be honest. Remakes suck. True. My name's Will and I'm addicted to YouTube streams. Damian is taking on the look of a reseller. Ignore him.
Well, when you don't have a boss to face every morning, need a haircut. It's getting a bit long. Just never get around to doing it.
Just take my approach and wait 2 months past the date where you really should have had one.
Yeah, you usually do.
Adrian's popped in. Hi, Adrian. Alexa's there. Don't forget the thumbs up. Vicky's here. I watched videos how to get around on public transport as well, says Neil. Chris wants to know when your next voiceover job is, Ronnie.
Probably pretty soon. I'm not sure. Probably a couple weeks. So got a lot of things going on at work right now, so I've been kind of falling behind, but I got something lined up pretty soon.
Pete wants to stay and watch Bathing with Andrew, but he's got to shoot off probably at the thought of Bathing with Andrew, I imagine.
All right.
Terrified of the tube, but actually it's so easy to use, so looks like there's a vote there for the tube. Apple Pay on Underground works as well, apparently. Apps. Oh yeah, of course you do actually need a phone signal though, which is quite difficult underground.
Haven't they started putting that in?
I don't know.
They were gonna. I don't know whether they got around to doing it in some stations, but like I said, I've not been to London in years, so I haven't been on the tube since probably about 2010, something like that.
That's a while.
I've been on since December.
It's only 60 miles away.
It's like a different country, that place, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
London is just like a law unto itself. Yeah. So, what are you up to this week? How are you doing with your Picard viewing, Damian? What did you think of episode 2?
I am up to date. I watched it last night. I'm still enjoying it. It's very good.
It is.
I wasn't impressed with episode 2, to be honest. No. I want something a bit faster paced.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a slow burner, but there's still a lot of setup that they're doing. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Oh yeah, anything Star Trek, I just enjoy. So
I'm just hoping, like episode 3, it's got a ship and he's out there, you know, in space. That's what I want. You know, I want to see. Well, I've been waiting 2 episodes for Jerry Ryan to turn up as well.
Right.
She'll probably be in it for about one scene in about episode 7.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
And
that's it. Good, man. She's still looking good. I mean,
but I tell you what, though, I can't believe that they managed to get Leonard Nimoy back, even though he's dead, for that scene. That was.
I haven't seen the second episode, man.
Absolutely amazing, and DeForest Kelly as well. Even though he's dead, he was there as well. Brilliant.
True story. Question for me. Same questions I asked Andrew. Where do you see your business in 5 years? Would you have a high street shop? No high street shop, because down in the southeast it's just too expensive, far too expensive. But for 5 years, just keep expanding year on year, and watch how eBay's doing. Make sure I expand into other markets. I expect in 5 years' time there'll be a completely different app or platform that isn't even around right now. Something will come along and take off, and that might be the thing in 5 years. But you know, follow trends, keep an eye on what's good, where's doing well, and follow it. You've got to keep up with the market. If you don't, you'll be back working for someone else, and I don't want to be working for someone else ever again.
I've heard a rumor that the Money Mental app will be out by then.
Oh.
For all of your buying and selling needs.
That'd be pretty awesome. Do you still have the cowshed, Andrew?
I've still got it at the minute, Ronnie. I'm vacating it in March, I think. I need to give my notice in this month, actually.
You need to start packing now, won't you? The amount of stuff you've got.
I've still got to get stuff from the house down there yet as well, so that it's all in one place ready for the move, because otherwise it'll never leave this house. So yeah, I'm only a few weeks away from moving out of it.
And you're not able to run a store out of there or anything like that? Have you thought about that, or?
I can't, because of the sort of the restrictions, the would count as a change of use.
Just have like a zoning law.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So unfortunately not, but
we have the same thing here too. Because a couple of years ago, I was going to open up a car dealership, and my girl's family has like a commercial building, and we were gonna use it, but the square footage wasn't enough for a car dealership, so it kind of fell through. So because of zoning and all that.
So eBay instead, from car dealership to eBay.
Yeah.
I tried, my first experience of selling on eBay was buying and selling cars. I very quickly learned that was a very expensive, that was a very good way to lose a lot of money.
It can be, yeah. I mean, well, you parting out cars and things like that. I mean, it might be. I mean, if the Land Rover ever breaks down, I mean, you can always part it out, right?
True, yeah. It's probably worth more in parts than it is on the road.
No. They're beautiful vehicles. Oh.
But yeah, that was a stupid idea, me even doing that. That was before I even knew reselling was a thing. I thought, I bought a camper van, and I decided after a couple of months that I don't like travelling or leaving Wrexham. So having a camper van was completely like an RV type thing. Having that was completely pointless for me. So I bought it off eBay. So I thought I'll sell it on eBay again. I sold it on and I made about £1,000 profit selling it. So I was like, great, I can make money doing this. I'm going to buy some cars and see if I can sell them for profit. Buy them off eBay and put them on. But by the time you got the insurance and everything in place to do it and whatever else, the costs were far outweighing the profit I was making from selling them. So I think it lasted about 3 months before I did that. Gave up doing that, and I lost about $3,000 in the end. So I was like, yeah, no.
Ouch.
But I had more money then, so it wasn't such an issue. But yeah, I have these great ideas sometimes, and then they always turn out to be a disaster. Me doing eBay and reselling is the first time I've had an idea that hasn't turned out to be disastrous so far. Touch wood.
Well, you got this channel too, and
True.
Facebook, right?
Exactly. Yeah, very true, Ronnie. So I've obviously turned things around somehow.
Damian, have you gone big, man? Have you tried bigger things? I know. I always try to.
I haven't. I keep thinking about this. The more you spend, the more you make. So you pay for quality, but then you sell it for decent money. So I do know it's a good model to have, but I'm still at the bottom of the market at the minute, grabbing stuff for a few pence and flipping it for a few pounds, and that sort of keeps you going. But I think when for me, my future at the minute is basically going to be working through everything that I've got in my backlog of stock and trying to get all of that sold, because there's thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds sat there that that I could have. So sourcing isn't really something I'm going to do a lot of this year, because I just don't need to. Although I might buy some more bras if I can ever sell the ones I've got.
Because I saw your post where on the Facebook where you were talking about people were talking about how they had listed 1,000 items, and then you said that you have 1,000 items that just haven't sold, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then I felt you on that one, because I have a real small I have a small store. I don't have that many items listed. I'm all about like turning and burning and getting rid of it right away. You know what I mean? And and I mean, you have 1,000 items in your store. I mean, I don't know how much you got, Damian.
I've currently got 108, and 7 of those are on auction. Just old stock that I'm trying to get rid of. Nothing on my store is older than 3 months old. I want to keep it that way. I want to build my store, but at the same time, every item that I've got listed has got to deserve its place on there. So, if it's good quality stock, I'll have 500 items. I'm not going to list for the sake of listing. And again, so if stock starts sitting around, then it's a case of get rid of it. But I don't think I'd want to go more than about 250, 300 because I want to keep it manageable for me. Again, if it starts careering off, then then I'm going to lose track of stuff. Stuff's going to sit there, and
one thing I never hear is people saying, "Oh, I want to get 100 sales this month or 1,000 sales or whatever." It's always about number of listings, and I'm like, that should never be a target. Your target should be increasing your number of sales because that's what brings the money in. I'd like people to set, if you were working like your car dealership, for example, Ronnie, that would have had a sales target.
I've got sales targets. I've got figures that I want to achieve each month, but you have the items that So I've got to source a certain amount of stock each month to have fresh stock to pay in to get. And so, okay, I want to earn £1,500, £2,000 in my store this month. I need that many items because if my average selling price is £20 and I want to sell £1,000, I need to have 50 items. I need to sell 50 items.
Yeah.
So I need to increase and have the amount of stock. And it's the more items that you've got, the more likely they are to sell. It's not, like I say, it's not listing for listing's sake. Is that I need to have a certain amount of items because I need to sell X amount of items. If I don't have X amount of items going into my store, then I'm not going to sell. There's stuff that's going to sell quite quickly. There's stuff that's going to be slow burners. But like I say, every item that's in the store has got to earn its place in there. It's not listing for listing. So it's not trying to get, I'm not targeting sort of 1,000 listings or 500 listings. I'm saying I don't want to grow my store bigger than sort of 2,000. I know, what I want to achieve in a month, what I can achieve in a month, how many items that is to achieve that. If my target is to, I need to sell 100 items this month. Is there any point in having like 2,000 items listed? When you know that you're only going to be able to sell on a month-to-month basis to 100. So manage your store.
Or just sell one item that's worth £2,000, then you landed.
Yeah, it's a big refund when you get the iPad back.
But yeah, Tommy is spot on here with what he's saying. It took me a long time to grasp this concept when Tommy explained it to me, but it's right. The goal should be to have no listings and panicking to get stuff listed because you've sold everything basically.
I agree.
I'm still at a stage where I'm fighting to get stock and lists. I at the moment I cannot keep up with Peter Cummings' 5 items a day. I do not have 35 items that I can list. I picked up 7 today. I've got about another half a dozen that I've got unlisted. So I'm still fighting. So I mean that won't last too much longer once boot sale season comes in. But it is. I still need the stock and I still need to list. I'm still managing my stock that I've got with my new items that I've got listed. So, it's, I am fighting against the grain at the moment.
And to me, like my store it's about 800 listings at the moment. So I've been clearing a lot of stuff in January, a lot of dead stock. It's 800 listings of dead stock to me, mostly. I put 50 items on in January. I don't count that as dead stock. The rest of the stuff is pretty much like, this is stuff that's, it'll sell. It'll sell eventually, but I don't want stuff that sells eventually. I want stuff that sells now. So I'm still learning what sells quickly and what doesn't.
You want stuff that sells now, and you want to be able to find more of it. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Because that's how I do my eBay listing is that it's an exclusive club, and and I'm going to find those items. And if they impress me, they're getting into the club.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to take the time. I'm going to invest the time in doing that listing, taking the right photos and putting in there. And that's the approach I take it, you know, and I encourage other people to do that. You know, there's too many people that take really crappy photos, don't take time to the listings, or they'll copy and paste from somebody else and just throw it on there, and then have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 listings, and you know, hope for the best and wonder why their sales are not coming up.
Yeah. But I know there's a view that I've seen espoused that people talk about it being a numbers game, and the more you list, the more you'll sell.
I think that's true to an extent, but I think there is diminishing returns on that. You know, so if you're listing good stock, then good stock will sell. But if you're listing for the sake of listing, then you have 1,000. You know, they'll get to a point where you're just listing rubbish, and your graph just goes like that. You'll reach a point where more listings does equal more sales, but there will be a point where it makes no difference. You're just listing for the sake of it. So it's, you know, you need to manage that and work out, you know, what it is you've got that is selling, what isn't selling. Stop buying the stuff that isn't selling, get rid of it off your store, keep your store fresh, and go out and spend that money on stuff that you've proven to yourself is selling for you. And it is a case of what is selling for you, not what is selling for somebody else.
Very much so. There's stuff I cannot sell plushies for love nor money.
I don't bother with them.
I can't get them to. I've sold one. They don't sell for me. I know other people though who make a killing selling plushies, and they'll have the same one as me. You know, the photos will be pretty similar, the listing will be pretty similar. Theirs will sell much quicker, even though mine's cheaper.
Do you think it might be maybe the pictures, Andrew, or the listing itself, or maybe
could be many things. Could just be that I'm picking the wrong plushies, who knows? But I have no luck with him, so I've just now don't bother picking him up anymore. You know, it could be that I've not got the right keywords in or something like that, whatever, but you know, I'll give up on him. I think, you know, like George Ross had that one that he sold for £500. I honestly think if it had been me that had found that and listed it, I'd still have it now, and it'd be listed for 250 quid. It's just I do find certain things sell better. Like you know, conversely, in media, for example, I'll often achieve higher prices and quicker sell-through rate than most of my competition does. So it's, you know, swings and roundabouts. We'll just catch up on the chat. I think Georgina's popped in.
Cheers. Hi, Georgina.
Hey, gorgeous Georgina. I was always under the assumption full-time was 800 to 1,000 listed. It's the number of good listings that you can do and the quality of your stock that will determine how much money you make, basically.
Yeah.
You know, if you're doing 800,000 sales, that
photos and everything, you know, on the other end as well, I think it's another factor, you know, in your research and the way you do your homework on that item, and you see your competition as well. If you're doing your research on your competition, you know, I think at first I was like afraid to look at other sold listings or seeing what was actively selling at the time, you know, because if you have like, you know, 1 million listings for the same item and, you know, only like 200 have sold, I mean, that's a yeah, the chances of you selling that item is going to be very small. You know?
And quite often, like the other issue that people encounter is they'll look on YouTube and they'll see, oh, so and so has sold this, so that's what I'll pick up. But another, you know, 500,000 or whatever people have also seen that video and picked up the same thing. So the competition increases for that item, and the price naturally goes down as a result. So I've fallen foul of that myself before.
That's definitely true with sort of RA more so than individual items. It depends what it is, but yeah, if it's an easily sourceable item, it'll bring the price down immediately. So I didn't pick up anything from the boots sale yesterday because I just don't have the cash flow at the moment to sit on it and wait for the price to go back. The prices are already coming down on some of it, and I could sit on it for 6 months and get a decent return on it, but I don't have the space and I don't have the money tied up. I could have spent a couple of £100 in there, but I've got that £200 is better served at the moment with quicker turnover stuff that I don't need to sit on.
Red stock, weren't they? A fresh metal band. Most people won't invest in good stock. They just want a cheap day. And
do you want to see the one thing that I picked up from the boot fair this morning?
Go on.
The one, I'll save the rest of my stuff for the video. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
The one item that I picked up from the boot fair cost me £1, so it was well worth it. Was
Sony mini display. Nice. Man, that's a retro disc. That's an original. That's what,
immaculate condition, absolutely immaculate condition. I haven't tested it yet, but the battery compartment's all nice and clean. It's not a scratch on it. But yeah, there's not many on sold. I've had a look on Therapy. There's only one that's actually got a clickable link on it that I can actually go through to the eBay advert, and I only went for about 16, but the prices are all over the place. There's one in America at the moment for like $100. There's one that's sold for £3. So yeah, I'm struggling to price that one at the moment.
So we'll just welcome Chris, and then we'll come back to that one because I might have some ideas on that. Welcome, Chris. How are you?
Hi, Chris. You all right, guys?
How was your weekend?
All right, not bad. Not bad. I was out last night for a rare night out with a friend of mine.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you're also hungover like me today?
I tend to stop before I get to the point where I know I'm going to be ill. So I think I had about five gins, and then I thought, that's it. That's my lot.
I wish I could do that. I wish I could. I can't do it. I was live apparently on Louise's. I've not watched it. I was live on Louise's channel apparently after quite a few days, and then I went out again afterwards. So yeah, I when I start drinking, I don't stop. I even went to the nightclub last night. So it turns out, right, if you want to gain entry to a nightclub, all you've got to do for free without paying, all you've got to do is get your phone out and say, "I've got a text," and they'll let you in. It's brilliant. Save yourself £5.
That's it.
So
I didn't realise you had to pay to get in clubs these days.
Oh yeah, they charge you for anything.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I went in a club.
Bonnie's joined us. Hi Bonnie, how are you? Let's just go back. How long will you be on for? Probably not too much longer, Georgina. It's going to get some food. Then I might be back for drinking with Andrew later because nobody has replied to my messages about going out in Wrexham tonight. So good.
Why is Ronnie in widescreen?
Good question.
I think it's because I was messing with my camera, and yeah, because I got my DSLR like hooked up to the computer, and I was messing with the button.
All right.
No.
I have got a fancy camera.
Andrew, didn't you buy a camera to do all your? Is this the one you bought to do all your listings with?
Oh, that's sweet.
I don't know how to use it, so it was absolute waste of money.
Come on.
I've no clue how to use it, right? The instructions they give you with it, right, are written in a font size that can only be read by a mouse. They're really not in a font that I can read. Like, I thought Sony was supposed to be good. The manual, the writing is tiny. It's like going for an eye test trying to read that thing. So I'm like, I will have to look on YouTube for videos of how to work it, but I was so dispirited by my instruction reading attempts that it's just sat there now for about 2 months not being used. Georgina was texting me last night to say that she was in the bathroom. I was like, okay, thank you for sharing that information with me. You have to be in your store working it now daily and multiple times because the Chinese have the bots and the VAs to keep their activity through the roof. Knowing how eBay works is important as inventory. I get the impression as well, though, sometimes that eBay don't even know how it works. Like, I never speak to their customer service reps, and I'm just like, and they're going, oh, yeah, we've sold stuff on eBay, whatever. And it's like, how? You can't even answer my call properly. Drinking with Andrew Saturday edition. Yeah, it's likely to happen, PvP. He's trying to take the £10 off the camera ads. New hairdo. Thank you, Bonnie. I love printing so small. Yeah, why did he do that? What is the point, right? You spend, that was like a 500 quid camera when it was first come out, whatever, right? So you spend 500 quid on the camera and they give you some instructions you can't read, so you can't use the thing. What is the point in that?
Are you just going to sell it?
I will get round to working out how to use it properly.
It's a Sony, right? So,
but I've got other projects. Do you want to see my other project I'm doing at the minute? See if I can get this on the screen. Hang on. Because my camera's obviously a project now. Hi, Paralogical. Hey, Myra as well. Right. My task for tomorrow, if I'm not too hungover, is lights on. I've got to be able to make it from here to there.
That's not even stock. That's just rubbish.
Where's your floor, man?
Oh no, there is stock there.
That's what I've listed this month. My listing room. This is after I cleared it out. That's my listing room at the minute. So I want to be able to get from my bedroom to the listing room in one go without dying.
I feel like it's an episode of MTV Cribs or something like this. Man.
I am going to do when I've cleared out the house. I am going to do a video tour for people to watch.
Ronnie, it's more like an episode of Hoarders from Hell.
Yeah.
Oh, Stephen's bought something from you. He says thanks for accepting the offer.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, he's bought 2 alien figures, and that was my last sale. Oh, thank you, Stephen. That's cool. And they come all the way from the States.
Nice.
Is that part of your Atlanta? I haven't caught up on your latest video. I started watching it in the bath last night, and then I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not as a result of the content. It's just I always fall asleep in the bath. I usually wake up when I'm drowning.
It's a good time to wake up.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, one day I'm going to wake up. Well, not wake up, and I'll just be like a floating corpse that
you wake up dead.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually, Stephen. I wasn't actually going to sell those figures. I was going to keep them for myself, but then I thought, with the move and everything coming up, it's just one other thing I've got to pack away. So I just thought, sod it, I'll list them. Yeah. So yeah.
Just don't tell him how much you paid for him.
Unfortunately, if he's watched, which video will that be in? It's in a video, so he's going to see how much I paid for them. But you're paying for my time to discover these items. That's what it is.
That's very good.
And I had to pay quite a bit to put them in an extra suitcase to bring them back to the UK. So, yeah.
Handling charges.
Chris and Bell drove right by me and didn't even wave.
Yeah.
You know when they do that. That's what they do when they see me. Usually, Dave, when they see me, it's foot on the accelerator and they're speeding off even quicker.
Too right.
He says he's seen the video.
Oh, has he seen it? Yeah. I can't remember if those ones were on that one or not.
if anyone wants to buy anything from the Money Mental Emporium, feel free. By the way, folks, you know, I have much fine, top quality stock for sale. God, do I want to send an offer to a watcher on an item that's listed for £2.12?
Has anyone else's sales been a bit naff this week? Mine has been poor.
Mine has been really good Thursday, Friday, when I stopped my markdown sale. But today, nothing so far. January was a record month in the end.
Mine's has been okay. I mean, it's been pretty steady. One or two sales from my second store. So it hasn't been bad at all, actually. Can't complain for January. It's actually been a lot more hopeful than, you know, the fourth quarter. I mean, I thought fourth quarter was kind of disappointing, you know, compared to, you know, routine.
So if I did some analysis on my fourth quarter this time compared to last year, I had twice the amount of inventory listed this year, and I saw about a 25% increase in sales compared to last year. So not the greatest Q4.
No.
I put stuff on that I'd been holding back for Q4, this kind of stuff that had sold for me the previous year, and I've still got some of it listed now. So it wasn't.
I've had a few problems this week with eBay that I've been trying to resolve. One of my promoted listings campaigns ended, and then eBay wouldn't let me start a new one for some reason. So I went 3 or 4 days while they had a look at my account without having a promotion on, and that seemed to dip my sales quite a bit. So in the end, I rung them up again and spoke to somebody in Ireland who was probably a bit better at dealing with it, and he gave me a workaround to get my promoted listings back on. But he reckons, I don't know how true this is, but he reckons on Thursday/Fridays their servers do a clean up of any glitches that it finds, and it should reset itself. But I've not tried to do another promotion yet because I've got the workaround that he showed me how to do. So I don't know whether that's affected my sales this week.
I started another promotion today. I mean, my promotions run from the first to the end of the month, and then I restart a new one on the first of each month. And I started February's one this afternoon. It worked fine. Didn't have any issues with it.
What, you promoted items or
promoted promoted listings? It runs through from the first to the end, because there was sort of a theory going around about a couple of months ago. I think they don't let them run indefinitely, run for a period and then restart. So it's like, okay, fine, I'll just run them per month. So I let it expire on the end of the 31st or whatever day it is, and then, you know, sometime in the afternoon, after a few hours or whatnot, I'll start a fresh one.
See, I used to run them for quite a while like that, but now I do probably no more than 5 or 6 days on a promotion. I'll end it. The next day I'll start a new one. I'll change the percentage up. I'll just do random. There's no science to it. I just do random percentages up to like 5%. So
that's
like
my strategy too. Yeah,
I'll do like 2.6% for 5 or 6 days, and then I'll end it. And then the next day I'll change it and I'll do 4.8%, and I'll just keep randomly changing it. And that seems to work pretty well.
Yeah, I do them like a week at a time, and it's per month, and I just think of it as like it's the January promotion or the February promotion, something like that, and that usually works out a lot better. And I think eBay is really like pushing those promoted listings really hard, and if you're not using the promoted listings, I think you're missing out, because
definitely,
I mean, it's like night and day when you use promoted listings, and everyone thinks about that percentage that if it sells on promoted, but I think
it's I mean, if you're doing less than 5%, it's generally quite a small amount of money that you pay in eBay for for that extra coverage. And plus, of course, it drives people to your other items. So if you end up not buying that one and you buy something else, then obviously they don't pay the promoted, do they? Don't pay the fee.
Yeah. Yeah, I do mine. I end mine after 3 days. Like Tommy says, promoted listings are dead after 72 hours. So I tend to.
I'm happy to test that theory out and give that a go.
Try it, Damian, because I reckon you'll see a difference there. If you're leaving it promoted for a month, I think you'll see a difference. It's like refreshing your listings every few days, and it boosts it back up again.
I'll give it a go. As I said, started fresh one today, so I'll let that run till sort of Tuesday and end it. So far, nothing. So either way. So, but yeah, I'm happy to try other things. That you've got to keep trying things. And
I'm gonna try and see if I can do it every 2 days. Like Tommy says, I don't think I'll be able to do it every day just because of my own.
Okay. I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go for February and see how it goes. Yeah.
The thing is with anything like this, you'll never bloody know anyway if you're doing right for wrong, because you don't know what would have happened the other way around anyway.
Yeah.
But if you see a decent level of sales, then it's worth doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, so as we said, as a result of the conversation we had the other night, where we were discussing the markdowns, I ended my markdown sale that I started on Monday. Got no sales from it. During the chat, I looked at my previous markdown sales and saw that I'd only had 2 out of the 4 markdown sales I've done since September. I've had 2 sales totaling about £6 across them. So it's like, well, I just ended it, and like within 20 minutes, half an hour of me ending that, I got a sale, and then I had 2 amazing days. The day after was a record day for me, and then yesterday was not too far behind it. So yeah, I've done about £300 worth of sales in 48 hours at the end of the month. I mean, obviously you've got people getting paid, the last day. So, you said, well, is that a coincidence? But, there's a nice hole in my figures that fits exactly the markdown sales. So for me, markdown sales are not working for me. So try something else. And if 48 hour, 72 hour listings, promoted listings is the way to go, then I'll give that a go and see how, whether that, a few weeks of that, see how that goes.
Somebody says, I think like eBay, if Kasani knows the promoted percentage is ending and they could lose money, they will push you again.
That's a good viewpoint.
Here we go. We've talked about this before with Damian about offers to viewers, as we call it now.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the criteria for that is, because I've had offers for me when I've just been looking for stuff to, for listings to sell similar on. And I don't know whether they base it on your purchase histories or what you're interested in, because it doesn't happen with everything. I've tried looking into it and, sort of just going in an item and then looking and trying various things like, do I read the description? Do I go through the whole lot? Do I just scan it and see if I can trigger it in any particular way? And I haven't had one in about a week and a half now, because there's got to be something that eBay is going, right, okay, well, they've done this action that makes them interested in it. Is it just as simple as clicking on it, or is it like reading the description? Is it looking at more than one of that particular item? I don't know, and it'd be interesting to know what that is, because you're not watching it. But I've started seeing where it pop up, send interested buyers, and they're not watching it. Haven't had any takers for any offers that I've sent out for those. But to be fair, I don't get that many takers for send offers to watchers anyway.
I get quite a bit of takers when I send out offers.
I do as well. I get quite a bit. What kind of percentage do you send out, Damian?
It varies. It's usually at least 10%. Sometimes it's quite, it depends what I want to do with the item. If I'm trying to get rid of it, and if it's been around a while, the percentage will be bigger. If the percentage, so if the item's quite newer, so if I've listed it and I've got 3 watches after a day, then it won't be as big, because it's it's still a new listing. It might sell at the full price. But I get a few, but not as many as I would like. I'd probably say about 1 in 10 will come back with an offer accepted. No more than that.
I'm on about 2 or 3 sales from it, but I do tend to discount because I pay peanuts for stuff. I do tend to discount quite heavily anyway at an offer to watchers. I'm quite happy to see it go like that.
I normally do it. I normally do sort of 20-25% on a send offer to watchers. I just think if you're going to send it, then you might as well give them something to really think about.
Yeah.
That's about me too. 20-25%. Sometimes I'll even go half off depending on how long I've had the item, and I'm willing to.
It does depend on the item itself, how long I've had it, and what sort of interest it's getting. If it's, if I've had it for 2 months and all of a sudden it gets a watcher, it's like, right, yeah, give them a big discount, try and get rid of it, because it's only a month away from me sending it to auction anyway, and probably only get a fraction of it, just cover what I paid for it.
I guess that's easier for you to be more specific because you've got less items in your store. Whereas when I log on I do offers to watchers every morning, and almost every morning there could be up to 50 new offers to watchers every morning. So I tend not to look individually. I'll do the bulk offers. I'll select all bulk offers, do 20% off the lot, and send it. You normally get a percentage back.
I don't do bulk. I do it on a case by case. So usually I go through a specific time of the day. So right, okay, new watchers, right, send out my watchers. Yeah. I've tried different times of the day. I've tried, send them out first thing in the morning. I've tried doing it sort of around about 6 o'clock in the evening when people are.
I don't think it makes any odds at all.
I can't see any pattern which works. Well, I've tried saving them up for the weekend, sort of sending them out Friday night or payday. I've tried doing it as soon as I see one, jumping on them as soon as sort of if I've had a watcher in the last half hour on that item, send the offer right then. I just don't think my store's big enough and I get enough watchers for me to be able to pick out any sort of pattern to it. It's like we'll send them an offer. If they want it, they'll buy it. If not, then what? I think I've had more when I've sent out offers, somebody coming in and buying it at the full price. Then I've had that within sort of like the space of an hour. Then I've had actually people buying what I've done. I had one last night. I've got a post on Monday where I sent out an offer to watcher, and then somebody bought it full price about half hour later. And that happens far too often for it to be a coincidence. There's got to be some sort of boost in it when you're sending out offers, because time and time again I'll send out offers and then that item will sell for the full price to somebody else.
Well, even the whole watcher thing, I'm not really sold on it. I mean, because you don't really know the intent on why a buyer is watching.
That's true. I mean, I watch stuff just to see what it's going to sell for, so that I know what to sell my item for. So yeah, that is true.
I very rarely watch stuff myself because I get annoyed getting the notifications through to say the listing's ending soon and whatever. It does me head in. So
I think if it's something now and again, if it's something unusual that I think might have some good value, I might watch a couple of items before I deal with it.
If I'm watching, it's usually because there's perhaps only 1 or 2 other items of that on eBay. So one of them I've got that's got a watcher that I've had sitting around for ages. I don't really know what to do with it now. Where is it? Chat amongst yourselves while I find it. It's good if I want to.
Jen's in the chat. Hi, Jen.
Hi.
There it is. It's hiding up the back there.
When I'm sending out offers to watchers, I usually get about 20-25% sort of sales. So 2 or 3 sales for every 10 I send.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's a Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Not Ninja Turtles, Hero Turtles. Back when we had it when we were kids.
Yeah, when we couldn't use the word ninja because it might encourage people to be violent.
So I've got a couple of videos.
Oh, wow.
Leonardo, and they've got the insert. It's brand new. So it's got the promotional flyer.
Dude, that's beautiful.
It's up for 40. It's plastic. It's not ceramic. But when I found it, there was one on for about 70 quid. I watched that. And mine's up for 40, and it's at 73 views. It is a really long burn. I mean,
I'm not throwing. I'm waiting for everyone to group up.
He's playing video games. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what to do with that. Whether I want to send it to auction or whether I just want that one to sit there, because that it's a very specific something coming eventually that will want it because of what it is, because it's Blockbusters, which is no longer there, and it's Hero Turtles as opposed to Ninja Turtles. Because back when we had the cartoon, they changed it to Hero Turtles because when we were kids, we were too impressionable for it to be called Ninja. So that's why they changed it. But these days, it's called Ninja Turtles in the UK. Yeah. So our impressionable.
Wow. Jen is saying just missed the beginning, but says sending offers works quite a bit of time for her, and she definitely also increases the full cost sale of the item. Yeah, I've got a theory that it gives a bit of a boost in the rankings because eBay wants to get the best price possible for your item.
Yeah.
The more it sells for, the more fees it gets. So I think when you send out an offer, I do think a little boost happens.
It has to, because I get too many sales that within a short space of time after sending waters to somebody else, for it to be just completely random, because it happens too often. Not all the time, but it's noticeable enough to notice that there's something. So it's got to be, there's got to be some sort of boost, even temporarily for an hour or something like that.
I have indeed had a haircut, Super Leeds. Welcome.
I'll be back in a couple minutes. I need to go and get a coffee.
No worries. I'm probably going to carry on until 6:30, and then I'm going to go make some dinner. I'm just seeing if anyone has responded to my offer to go out in Wrexham tonight in the singles group, but it looks, by the looks of it, I've had not a single reply.
I thought you'd given up.
I have given up, yeah, but I still need people to go out drinking with.
I've got some big news anyway.
Go on.
Got some news.
Go on then.
It's a sales news update thing. So it's not that big, but I sold a bundle of 10 Chupa Chups caps. Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Not for a lot of money, but still.
Which subscriber did you palm those off on?
I haven't got a clue. The username was some kind of wholesale company, so I don't know why they would want them, but they haven't bloody paid yet anyway. That's annoying.
So you've managed to not sell 10 caps potentially then?
They sent an offer. They sent a really cheeky offer, so I kept stern on mine, and in the end they accepted it, but then they haven't paid, which is annoying.
Hopefully they will pay soon.
Yeah.
Georgina's saying she's just been restarting her promotions every couple of days, and she's seen an increase in sales as well. So I'll be waiting for Georgina. And yes, Ron, Ron's come up with a new drink with Andrew thumbnail that I'm going to try out. Did you see?
Well, hang on. Oh, there we go. Class. Absolute class, that. If anyone wants to buy a Chupa Chups cap, you can get them in the Movie Fusion eBay store. They're on offer at the moment.
They're pretty dope.
Don't worry, Chris. Your thumbnail will still remain. I'm going to rotate.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's happened to mine? I've spent ages doing that for you, and that's the gratitude I get for it.
No, I'm going to rotate him because I'll tell you for why. Right, when you go on my homepage and it shows your most viewed videos at the bottom, they're all drinking with Andrew with the same thumbnail on. So I want to try and get it with so it looks like there's at least a different thumbnail. Even though it's always going to be drinking.
Why change it if it ain't broken? I mean, look at how many people I've been dragging to your lives, based on that thumbnail. I mean, you've been getting like 600-700 people on watching it.
I think if I look at let's look at the views at the minute. I think my most viewed video is still episode 1 of Sellers Lads, though.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. But yeah, episode 1 of Seller Lads, which has got the thumbnail is a picture of me. That's got 1.3k views. I should probably put a new thumbnail on that. But then the other 4, Drinking with Andrew, 1.2k views, Drinking with Andrew, 1.2k views, Drinking with Andrew, 1.1k views, and Drinking with Andrew, 1k views. It's a row of me and some Hooter girls. So I want to see if I can get that mixed up a little bit.
Chris has got the hat.
Yeah, where's yours, Andrew? Come on.
All right. I'd say I could get me signed one now because I actually know where that is. I've got one here.
Damian, you're the other one.
All right, there we go.
Damian, you're gonna have to make a purchase now.
What?
He's got one. How the hell?
See what you
Is there
started?
anyone you haven't sold one?
That's right.
Oh, of course you did.
Of course you did. Yeah, I forgot.
No, one mine.
Look at that.
Go wide, man.
Look at this.
Because I'm the quiz king. I am.
Yeah, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
So
She's not very well. She's a bit poorly.
So, folks, if you too want to look like a total idiot, visit the.
I'm going to screenshot this later.
Put a tag on it.
Anybody want any cake and cheese?
Oh, you're not still eating Christmas cake and cheese, are you?
Yeah.
So I've got your Christmas cake there.
Is this a hat cult?
Cake, though, isn't it?
There's only one cult, and that's mine.
Mine's not signed though. I've got.
Andrew, get your cap back on. Come on.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's not a signed one, but I do downstairs have a signed Chubba Chubs cap that Chris very kindly sent to me.
I didn't sign Damian's. It must have been before I was signing him.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, but I forgot.
Oh, never mind.
George
This is cool. Right.
I haven't got a George Ross mug yet. I do keep meaning to message him for a different episode. I never pay full price for anything. Ads gave me 25% off a t-shirt, so that's the yardstick. I've lost my phone. Where's my phone? Yeah, I'll finish this stream in about 3 minutes because I'll need to take a break before I do Drinking with Andrew. But I'll be on tonight for Drinking with Andrew if any of you chaps want to join me or anyone else does.
Got you. Yes,
Probably.
Stephen. Yeah. I like George Ross.
Stephen, has Stephen got a Chupa Chups cap? Can we ask him?
You just have.
If he hasn't got one, I'll send him one with his purchase.
Nice.
Give him away.
He spent 30 quid, so he deserves a cap.
Oh, there you go, folks. Spend 30 quid with Chris's business and get a cap you don't want. Bargain.
Andrew,
And Ronnie spent a lot on his cap. Didn't you?
Did you pay GSP on it?
He really wanted that cap.
Right.
If I'd known you really wanted it, I'd have sold you mine. I had to sign a declaration, Ronnie, to say that I wouldn't list it on eBay. I was concerned about the competition.
Oh.
Because I was saying, oh, I'm going to list this on eBay and sell it quicker than you'll sell yours.
Stephen, do you want one? I'll send you one if you want it.
he said
no.
You can't say no. I'm keeping a map. I'm keeping a map of where they're all going, and then I'm going to make a video on it at some point. Chupa Chups caps taking over the world.
The first person ever to buy one of those Chupa Chup caps was me, as well. So I started. Yeah,
What was it though?
it was. Yeah, you couldn't sell them for toffee until I bought one. This is what the power of having an influencer support your business does.
Yeah, Stephen wants one. You see, people can't resist.
They started off with no. Right,
No, he was saying. I asked, has he got one? And he said no.
yeah, he meant no. He didn't want one. How much money have I got? £20. Right, that's £10 for Metaspoons. Hey, my venture UK, how are you? Rewind Resales is in as well.
See,
okay.
Andrew's worried it's going to mess his hair up now.
I still can't get to grips with this new haircut.
I think it looks good, to be honest, mate.
Before you go, you said you had some thoughts on that.
Yes, right. So
Before one more, it does come with the instruction manual.
excellent.
The DT2.
So I assume you've been searching on model number.
I have.
Yeah, don't, because
I've tried without as well.
I know quite a few people have sold ones with a similar look. So I would look for one that looks similar but not the same model number.
Yeah, it's got AM/FM radio with it as well, built in. Makes it more unusual.
That will only add to the value if it's worth
That's
it.
what I'm hoping for. I mean, I was thinking about starting it at about 50 quid with offers and seeing what comes along. Assuming it works. I need more batteries.
Yeah, it's the same approach to selling clothes. Basically, if you can't find the identical one, just look for something that looks reasonably similar in price based on that. Big collector's market for Sony, so people with deep pockets as well. So you should do all right with that.
Do you have any other accessories with it, like the headphones or like?
No, it's literally just that and the instruction. I mean that will add value to it as well for sure, because that's in immaculate condition as well. So still got the sticker on it, and yeah, it's I paid £1.
Excellent.
So
yeah, I better head off and make some food now, folks. 7:30, I think I will be back for drinking. Oh, shall I go 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock, I will be back for an episode of Drinking with Andrew, folks.
Cool.
So I hope to see you all there. Otherwise, bye for now, folks, and I'll see you when I see you.
Bye all.
See you, everybody. See you guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.